When I was in college, I never actually thought about productivity as a thing. I was getting it done somehow, but it was a very stressful journey for me, and I didn't know about any productivity techniques or methods, and I was just trying to get it done and, trying to put it all together. Eventually, I graduated from the college and I entered the adult life, and that's when the fun started to roll in. I started to learn more about productivity techniques and methods, and as I mentioned in the title of the video, it was a productivity breakthrough for me. Currently, I'm working a full-time job, I'm running a profitable content creation agency, and I'm creating my own content where I shoot long-form videos, short-form videos, and a newsletter. And besides that, I still find time for all the fun activities in my life, like traveling, reading, riding a bike, pickleball, etc. Anyway, all of that sounds fancy and dandy, but you are here to learn about the things that helped me to achieve that, so let me share them with you. The first and probably the most important things when it comes to productivity are timelines and Parkinson Law that supports it. So, what is Parkinson Law? Well, it basically states that the work fill in the time that is available for its completion. Let me put it in simpler terms. In a school, the teacher gave you the assignment to write about your summer and how you spent it, right? And let's say in the first case, you received a 1-month deadline. And in the majority of cases, that's how much it's going to take you to complete it, around 1 month. But in a second case, you've been assigned only 1 week to make it. All of a sudden, you don't have all the time in the world and you have only 1 week to complete this assignment. And that's how long it's gonna take you to do it. So Parkinson Law makes the perfect sense, stating that the work expands to fill the time available for its completion. I believe that Parkinson Law and timelines are the vital things to understand if you want to become a more productive individual. Next time you have to do laundry, maybe try not to give yourself a time to do it over the weekend, but rather say, I'm gonna do it before 11 AM on Saturday. Trust me, if you're actually interested about self-growth and becoming a more productive individual and you keep those deadlines and try to do it before them, you'll be surprised with the results. But I'm going to tell you from my experience, it takes time to figure out what are the reasonable timelines for yourself. When I just started to do video editing, I didn't know that longer videos will take so much more time to do it. So I was setting a deadline to do it by the end of the day, and obviously it was not getting done, I was getting frustrated, etc. What I'm saying, it's crucial to give yourself some time and understand how to set reasonable deadlines. Give yourself some time and be patient with yourself. But also, I think that it's very important to keep it challenging. Challenge yourself, try to give yourself shorter and shorter deadlines so you can do the work even faster. The next method or technique that helped me with my productivity journey is 80-20 rule and forgetting about the perfectionism. 80-20 rule is also called a Pareto effect, and basically states that 80% of effects come from only 20% of causes. It is basically an imbalance of inputs and outputs. It says that only 20% of what you input results in 80% of the output. Let's put it into a more user-friendly way. If we treat Pareto principle or 80-20 rule literally, it basically says that only 20% of what we are learning in school will result in 80% of our success in life. Or for example, video editing. 80% of your videos will be the result of only 20% of the skills that you are using. But what does it tell us? Well, if you try to reverse 80-20 rule, it will be 20-80, right? Meaning that only 20% of the results are coming from 80% of the input. That being said, it is extremely important to focus on those vital 20% of the inputs that lead to a bigger chunk of the output. So now we have one more unanswered question. What does it have to do with perfectionism? Well, if you think about it, to go beyond 80% to 100%, you need to put additional 80% of the input. Sometimes it might be worth it, but in the majority of cases, you should probably consider if those additional 20% of the output are worth putting additional 80% of the input. It was a little more technical rule and probably a little bit harder to understand, but I hope that I explained it in a pretty user-friendly way, and if not, feel free to search the internet, there's a lot of information about it in there. Third and the last thing in this video is actually something I cannot overemphasize the importance of. It's software systems and optimization of the environment. Nowadays, our world spins around electronic devices and softwares, and there's a reason for that. They are making our life a bit easier, they are allowing us to be more productive and efficient. So why wouldn't we use them for our advantages? If I need to highlight just one tool that helps me to be more productive and efficient, it's definitely Notion. I talked a lot about Notion in this channel, but it basically becomes your brain inside of the computer. It allows you to store all the data, generate ideas, organize stuff, keep your to-do list, calendar, etc, etc. And let me share with you guys my life OS in Notion. I'm going to be honest with you guys, that was borrowed from and inspired by Ali Abdaal, but that's how it looks like. I mean, it works great for me and I'm very thankful for him that it was introduced. Basically, as you can see, you can customize it to make it look pretty, but that's my life OS. I have a dashboard of different kind of folders that I value in my life, so it's health, wealth, love, happiness, and impact. And if we go into happiness, for example, you can see that it's my personal projects here, my reasons why, my 2023 goals, and then we can go deeper into that, for example, Slav YouTube, some video scripts, work in progress scripts, and that's actually a script for this video, not this one, productivity techniques. So that's actually a script for this video. And then you can go back to like the life OS. So here's the highlight of the day, record YouTube video, and after I'm gonna be done with the YouTube video, I'm gonna just check it in. And then there's to-do list that I, hopefully trying to achieve today, but it might not happen. So meditate, stretch, reach 20 pages. I have no time to-do list. So it's like whenever I have a free minute, I'm gonna update icons in a linked tree. So basically that's a Notion main idea goal. Then you have also calendar, you have like I edit notes, and you can create templates from already pre-made templates right here. So like it gives you a lot. It gives you projects and tasks, meetings, product specs. You can do everything in Notion, and that's why I find it to be so valuable. But what about environment optimization that I mentioned before? Well, you want the external factors to help you during your journey rather than make it harder for you. And here's my story when it comes to that. Even though I love what I'm doing, recording videos, working in front of the computer with my clients, etc. Sometimes it might be dwelling to come in here another day after a long day of my full-time work, sit in front of the computer and work. And what I thought about was that I need to make this room a little more welcoming for myself, a little more friendly. I put a little picture right there. As you can see, I have some LED bars here, I have a nice digital frame right there, and other than that, I have a pretty good hardware for myself that I really enjoy working with. So I did everything that I can, a lot of stuff that I can, to optimize my workspace and make it enjoyable for me to be in. So that was a fun part of it. But more technical or productivity part of it, when you're working in front of the computer, what you can do, I think it's a no-brainer, you can flip your phone at least, screen down, so like whenever you get a notifications and you need to focus, you don't like see them on your phone popping up. Or even a better thing would be to leave your phone in a different room if you know that you don't need it during your work, and that way you don't have that temptation to use it every time. Very last thing that I'm going to say, and basically repeat what Ali Abdaal preaches: don't forget about the fun factor. Not even don't forget, it all starts and comes down to the fun factor. Look, we need to be honest with ourselves. Life is a pretty short journey, so it will make sense to do something that you actually enjoy, make it fun for yourself. How you can do it more fun? Well, it will actually vary from person to person, but for me, as I said, it was optimization of the workspace. I know that I spend a lot of time in front of the computer, and I wanted to make my room a little more welcoming. That was what made it a little bit more fun for myself, but for you it might be something completely different. What I'm saying is, all that stuff is not a necessity, it's just something to make it more fun. And there you have it, guys. It's not all the productivity techniques that I'm using, but these ones are the good ones, the ones that I'm trying to use on a daily basis. Remember, you will not double your productivity tomorrow. It takes time to develop systems and methods that work for you. But in order to develop them, you need to try different methods and techniques and see what sticks with you, what works with you. I'm not saying that 3 things that I described in this video will help you, but there's a huge chance that they will, because they help a lot of people. So at least try them. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found it informative, I would really appreciate if you can like this video and subscribe to the channel, because I post a lot about productivity and self-growth. Check out my other videos, and I'll see you in the next one.